everyone. Welcome to the Academy of Astrology UK and Meet the Astrologer. And today we're very pleased to have Sue Tompkins. And Sue is one of the most renowned UK astrologers, UK-based astrologers who teaches internationally. Two very actual, these are the essential books if you're a student of astrology, the aspects in astrology, and also the Contemporary Astrologer's Handbook. And Sue founded the London School of Astrology in the year 2000. She was also a director of the UK's Faculty of Astrological Studies, and she's also a homeopath. Sue's going to be giving a talk for the astrology called a crash course in mundane astrology, so it really is the best introductory lecture. And Sue's going to be talking about various techniques in mundane astrology, and also looking at the current Saturn-Uranus square.
God, I have no idea. I have no idea, Mandy. I'll be talking about it.
It was so interesting because I think that Uranus with Australia things is so interesting.
But if you live in Europe and you're visiting Australia for the first time, that will often happen under Uranus transits. That's what I noticed for myself when I went to Australia.
Yes, I think for me is when I went to Australia, I do feel that Uranians type things, but I forget to check the transit or progression, but I think probably the time. But it was very interesting because if I use the ACG map or something, I think my Uranus IC line was right across Australia. So I was focused on that bit rather than check transit.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's quite interesting because for astrology, we always have like a different view to see the things.
Sometimes astrologers, what we might call ourselves serious astrologers, we forget the importance of sun sign, importance of that, because I think for most of us that was our first exposure to astrology.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think the astrology stuff in the newspapers is complete rubbish. And I think I always thought that, really. Sorry, everybody, but I do. But it's we all start on the sun sign stuff, and there's an element of truth there in the signs. And I agree, Mandy. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where everybody starts, really.
I think so, yeah, because I think if you ask most of astrologers how they start astrology, I think most people would give you the name Linda Goodman.
Exactly.
What sort of area of study do you enjoy the most? And
Yeah, I mean, my orientation is kind of either psychological or practical. I've got no interest really in what's often called traditional astrology. I don't mind doing a bit of horary. I can only do very basic horary, actually. I like mundane astrology. I'm not expert at it, but I like it.
The one thing I always notice when I study at the school with Sue, the one thing I was always wondering is that Aquarius based or something else. It's like when students ask questions to you, like, what about this and that? There is a half of time, Sue's answer would be like beginning with, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm never frightened to say I don't know.
Yeah.
And over the years, I found that students find that quite helpful.
Yeah, I quite like it. I think that would be the part of like kind of very Aquarius. I just tell the truth. I don't know, Then we can start from there.
Yeah, but going back to you were bringing Aquarius, which is my sun sign, into it. But you see, I think all of our astrologies will resonate to what our particular chart is. So, my chart you could look at as a war between Aquarius and Scorpio. You could, if you wanted. There's lots of different things I'm not going to go there, but there are lots of different things you could say. But I think all of our astrologies obviously reflect who we are.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because what you mean is like the way we look at astrology is also a reflection of our natal chart. That's kind of, oh, wow. I think I have a final question because as a tutor, as a teacher, been so many years, be an astrology be a teacher teaching astrology for a long time. Do you have some advice to the young astrologer or to students?
Yeah, well, let me just, do I have advice to students? Well, just enjoy it, really. A bit like food, isn't it? You have McDonald's, you have your fast food, and then you have, better food, I would say. And astrology is similar. You can have fast food astrology, which is a bit basic, to put it, but fun. Right through to having something that's more complex. Anyway, whatever. Just study, really. Work. It's like anything. If you want to be good at it, you just have to do it.
I agree. Yes, I think fundamental, the study, the basic of astrology is quite important because
it's actually the only thing. Know the basics well. That's all you need to do. Know the basics, but well. Astrology is one of those things that's beautifully easy and very difficult all at the same time.
This is our very first mundane astrology, a crash course. And if you really interested, yes, please contact us. And if you need more information, thank you, Sue.
Well, thank you, Rod. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Maddie.